All right, Michigan beats Minnesota. So, yeah, I watched the game, man. It's probably the first Michigan game I watched in its entirety uh, this season because they ain't playing nobody. Notre Dame took us off the schedule, and something need to be done about that. At this point, there needs to be some regulation. Um, um, there needs to be some regulations around scheduling and same strength for schedule and stuff of that nature, because most of these teams make up their own schedules. It's not really governing outside of conference play, and but but yeah, it's not really governing outside of conference play or whatever. But excuse me. But yeah, I just feel that there need to be some type of governing for that going on. But I think the reward, the risk reward, whatever the risk is, once you lose one game on a week schedule, then you probably eliminated from the college football playoffs in most situations. But a lot of times it come down to money. A lot of times it come down to the bag and how fruitful Texas, Georgia, Michigan, Alabama is every year, and the money they gross is why they always get the benefit of the doubt. But I see when the analyst on ESPN said Michigan is the most complete football team, and one of the things that they lack was big playability. They lack an innovative passing game. Harbaugh is playing the old school ground control the line of scrimmage, run the football, stop the run, get after the passer, play action, then take shots down the field. That's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? They're not running a lot of spread options where they're getting the ball out hot. Um, they're not running stuff like that where it's innovative. It's pretty much old school. 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 That's what it is. It's pretty much old school. You know, and they getting the they running it. They play just like the Lions playbook for the most part. And that's the formula they want to use to win. But I think at some point you have to, I think at some point they have to throw some innovative things in there if they're going to compete with Georgia and they're going to compete with Bama and Texas and where they lost yesterday, Oklahoma's. They got to throw something else in there. And I think some of the things, I've seen they get off to slow starts, grinding it out, grinding. They just wear you down. And you get out there versus got teams like TCU or USC, they're gonna score a lot of points early on. That's the thing about them. They're gonna score a ton of points early on. So that becomes a problem once you grinding it out, 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 grinding it out. Because you get behind, then you got to start throwing the football. So some of the things that they can incorporate in their offense before I get into the game, some of the things that they can incorporate is a screen game, innovative screen games, innovative short passing games where you're getting these running backs out in the slot or you get mismatches out the backfield in space and you exploiting those mismatches in space. I think that's one of the things that I look at as being an issue is getting these guys in space. But as far as the game, I mean, it was I mean, at one point Minnesota had like 4 passing yards late in the first half or something like that. They couldn't protect the quarterback. Before the half, they had a nice little run before the half and shit where he ran the ball pretty nice. I think it was a catch and run or a run. But then before the half, PJ Fleck, the head coach, he allowed the quarterback to do a play action pass, and they scored a touchdown late in the first half. Before the first half ended. And for the most part, after that, Michigan just warmed down with body blows. They ran the ball. Edwards ran it. Blake Corum had big runs. You could tell he not 100% back yet. You know what I'm saying? So they did some things. Cornelius Johnson, who had a big game versus Ohio State last year, had a big catch. And JJ McCarthy under pressure put it on him. So it was cool. Their defense was dominant once again. They had a couple sacks in there, but got a lot of pressures on the quarterback. They got a lot of depth across that line. The offensive line was road graders yesterday. They were unreal, pulling, double blocking. So, it seemed like they kind of coming together with Harbaugh at the helm and being on the sideline. But the big issue is just this offense needs some innovation. That's just the big issue. You know, this offense needs some innovation. And if they can find some innovation, I think with some screen games and getting Edwards on some receiving routes and having Blake Corum catch the ball out the backfield a little bit more, just that alone, maybe some bubble screens, what I'm saying, maybe some more spread concepts, spread it out and still run the football. I think that's what's missing. The quick strike ability, not let's grind it, then get the big strike later in the game. They need to be able to strike often and early at will. And I think that's one of the things that's hampering their quarterbacks is that they not getting opportunity to spread it out and throw the football and develop like that. They lean on the run game like a game manager when they should be, spreading it out. They should be getting in the rhythm, getting in the no huddle. They should be doing certain things, man, that they're not doing. That's just my opinion. Just a little bit of it mixing in with there, but Minnesota, they beat them 18 straight road games for that brown jug. And that's a new Big Ten record to whoop somebody 18 times at their own place. Um PJ Fleck is a good coach. It's hard to build over there. And it's hard to build over there in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So he doing what he can do. But yeah, Michigan ain't gonna play nobody, man. Ohio State had a big win at Maryland. I think they said they got down to 10-0. Then it seemed like the quarterback might be starting to heat up, but Maryland ain't shit. We all know that. So they might be starting to heat up over there a little bit, man. And Penn State, I watched them play. Wasn't too impressed in the Illinois game, but that was their first road Big Ten game. So you can't really be too harsh on them or whatever. Yeah, can't really be too harsh on them, whatever. So, but yeah, they should win out, but it's never easy. Either going to play Michigan State, even the state they in. What better way to revive put the third wheel down and revive a career or revive a season by beat Michigan. They play Indiana. Indiana always play us tough. They go to Michigan State, East Lansing. Them tickets should be buy one get one free, or shit, just give them to us free. Then they got a bye, and then they go into Purdue, Penn State, Maryland. So they got a nice stretch run. Penn State, Maryland, Ohio State. So you at Penn, you at Maryland, then you at home versus Ohio State. So they got a nice little stretch to end, but that season was just the beginning of the season was horrible. Bowling Green, Eastern Carolina, UNLV. That need to be somebody like Washington or something like that. So that's just my opinion on it. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all inside the link tree. Peace.